Untouched Quest. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Siri. And we would appreciate if you follow us on Instagram at the Untouched Quest or at the podcast platform of your choice.
So today we are going to continue on the Wolfrider. Where we left off, Joyleaf and Berkel had just recognized.
And we are now learning that elves are pregnant for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've never been pregnant.
Me neither.
But I can say that I would never do it for 2 years.
Not in a row. No.
And also,
with one baby.
Yeah. Well, if you have several kids, it will be over 2 years or something.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah. But also elves are kid size.
Yeah. They're short.
In my mind, it feels more exhausting being shorter, smaller, and being pregnant. I don't know why, but
no.
I'm like, poor Joyleaf.
Yeah. Something that I noticed for the first time reading now was that Bearclaw mentioned that he had other life mates and cubs lost. Who? When? What? How did I miss this? What?
I missed it. Where did this mentioned? Like it's not in my notes.
It's not in your notes. How is it not in your notes?
Yeah. His long life too often recalled as disjoint blur. The faces of life mates and cubs he has lost.
Yeah.
Now loom before him in sharp detail.
I have never heard of any other life mates nor cubs of Bearclaws. Never. Who are they?
So they're not important.
But why have I never heard of them?
Maybe in the stories coming in the next years. Like, they're not done writing the story, so...
No, but... What? What? Okay.
But then also one thing I noticed, like, from here is, like, they're sending to each other and it's like, oh, don't worry, Tam is strong.
Yeah.
And he get born, and he's not called Tam. He's called Cutter. And I'm like, stop calling him one thing in your belly and one thing when it's outside.
So I can explain this. What you call him when he's unborn, it is his soul name. It is his soul telling you his name. So Tam is his soul name.
This unborn baby was like, hey, mommy, my name is Tam.
Yeah. Literally. So when he's born, he actually gets his actual name.
But then the mom
Tam.
is like, I don't like Tam. You look like a Cutter to me.
No, they can't actually have their name as their soul name. Soul name has to be something private because your soul name is something that they can use to hurt you. Someone that is not your soulmate shouldn't know your soul name.
But it's just a name.
It's the most intimate thing that you have.
But how can that hurt you?
You will see.
Do you get mad if I'm like, Elizabeth? I don't know how to do this, but I'm using your name in some cruel way.
No, it'll be explained later. But soul names are very private, and they are supposed to be kept private.
Okay.
Unless you've recognized or given your soul name freely to someone else, they're not supposed to know it.
Yeah. And also one thing, they don't call it pregnant, they call it life bearer.
Yeah.
Do you say it? Bearers?
Yeah, life bearers.
That's a weird word. Bearers?
Yeah. Life carrier.
Yeah, easier to say.
It sounds kind of weird though. Life bearers sounds a lot better.
But they're carrying or bury a life, like...
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It's
a prettier word than pregnant.
Yeah, and it's a literal description of what is going on.
Yeah, they does that for a lot of things they don't understand, like five fingers.
Round ears. So we get to the point where Joyleaf is ready to give birth, and we see Skywise is right there for the birth and the happening.
Oh, but you skipped this bec- with the winter, because the winters are so cold that the humans are gone,
Yeah, they are.
and Cutter is about to get born into this cold
Yeah, with no
world.
humans.
But yeah.
They're very excited that there's no humans, by the way. Very.
Mhm.
And Scotus actually saves Cutter from this spider spirit maker.
Yeah, that's also because he's gonna kill you. No doubt about
Yeah,
that.
he's making a spirit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch out for the spirit maker.
Yeah, the spirit maker. It's very beautiful to see the moment when Bearclaw comes out to the tribe with Cutter in his arms, newborn, and how the wolf like sniffs him and like acknowledge him as a part of the tribe.
But what if the wolves don't acknowledge him? Do they eat him? Like,
I don't know.
I don't like this cub. This is food now.
This cub is filthy. Yeah, I don't know what will happen at that point, honestly.
Well, maybe if it's like, if the cub is like half troll, half human, half something else than wolf,
There's not
The-
3 halves.
the wolf will be like.
But Siri, there can only be 2 halves of a thing.
Yeah, but like it's elf and troll or elf and human.
Yeah, okay.
Like you have so many options,
Yeah.
and the wolf is like,
This
This-
ain't it. This
No,
ain't it.
no, it has
This
to
has
be
no
full
recognition.
blood. We're only doing full blood here.
Yeah. And so look, also really fun to see how Cutter is like adventurous, and you really see him being a child.
Yes, and it like we've seen the seriousness of the adult elf life
Yeah.
before, and now we can see how the kids actually are kids.
Yeah,
They're
like
playing
the joy
around.
of it.
They're going to locations they're not allowed to, like the old human Holt.
Yeah.
Looking at this sacrifice stone or whatever they called it.
I don't remember, but the sacrifice stone sounds nice. Yeah, and they just investigate it because they've never seen it before. They don't know what this area is. They just know that they're not allowed to be there.
Yeah, and Skywise catches them and be like, I'm gonna tell your father.
Grr. Yeah.
But also he knows the sorrow from the humans. So when
Yeah.
they're so eager to learn, he's like, no, you're too young to learn this. You will learn it later.
Yeah, because his parents was, after all, killed by the humans.
Yeah.
So he knows firsthand how cruel the humans can actually be.
But also he saw the humans. Like,
Yeah.
they only left when Cutter was born. So he
Yeah.
lived some years to understand how cruel they were.
Yeah, he did.
But the humans are still stupid. They're like, we have to go back to this land. Gottorad told us.
Oh, don't worry. They're not getting any smarter any soon. It's gonna
No.
be quite a while before they start getting some brains.
No, they're like, we have to kill all the humans. We have to get their skulls.
Yeah.
And they have to be on this specific stone. We
Yeah.
can't get any place else. Like, this is the way.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Because that makes sense.
Because otherwise, they're gonna go to hell. Gottorad's gonna be like, you didn't kill all the demons.
You
You're
go
not
to
gonna.
hell.
You're not coming to heaven.
You killed the humans, but you didn't put their
Well-
skull on the stone.
That must be their logic, though, because what else?
There isn't any logic to it.
Yeah. But also, it's so funny that Cutter, he's such a daddy's boy. He's like, where are you going,
Yeah.
daddy? I'm gonna follow you.
Yeah. But also you see like how Cutter is such a great mix of his parents.
Yeah.
Like they said before that he's going to be everything that they are and more. He truly is.
Yeah, and you can see it in such a young age. I
Yeah.
don't know how old he is here, but probably like 10 to 20 years old, like, since they're counting
Since their
years
age
difference
is kind of
to
weird.
us. But he's still a cub. Like,
Definitely still a
he's
couple.
trying to prove himself both to his dad and to his mom.
Yeah.
And he's been so so proud, like, oh, no one has got to follow him this far before.
Yeah, Berkel totally didn't know he was there.
Yeah, I was thinking like he know it. He's just gonna stop you right before he goes to the troll, so you're not
Yeah.
gonna see the secrets.
Yeah, he's just letting you enjoy this moment where you got to follow him around.
But also he slaps him though, like
Yeah, he does. He slaps Cutter for following him and wanting to go with him to the trolls. And it's kind of like Berkel yells at him to go back, and Cutter asks him, "But why, father? How come nobody gets to go with you?" And he
because
just
he's
slaps
getting
him.
drunk.
Yeah, that is true.
Obviously.
But he's so harsh.
Yeah. And Joyleaf knows it, but she tries to make it better, but also she's like, that's your dad. Your dad is just an asshole sometimes.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is that Joyleaf is just as smooth and calm and caring as Berkel is harsh and cruel.
Yeah.
They are perfect halves of each other. They fulfill each other really, really well.
I don't know if we're gonna follow the humans this closely in the later stories, but I hate this that we see the humans all the time though.
You don't like the humans?
No, I'm a human myself, obviously, but I don't like these humans. They're like, oh, Gotora, you're everything. Obviously, I'm not that religious for all of you listening, but
Well, this is also a very early age for the human race.
yeah.
They're barely gotten out of being cavemen.
Yeah, they're probably like Iron Age or something, I would guess.
No, they're not gotten to iron.
Or maybe Stone Age.
Stone Age, yeah. They're just got into getting words.
Yeah, they're still going on all this. Like, take the demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be the first time Cutter sees the humans. He meets
Yeah.
like a little girl.
He does. And he doesn't know much about how scary they actually are, because he's never truly seen
But
a human before.
He's heard some stories,
He
right?
has,
Like,
yeah, but he's never seen one and never experienced it, and he's very curious.
yeah, and it's fun though. Like, when he sees this little girl, he's like, "Are you a high one?" He's like, "Does she look high?"
Yeah, she's like 2 years old.
But also,
Are you a high one?
the high one though,
Yeah.
it could be two things. You can be high or you can be tall.
Yeah. But you're gonna meet a lot of high ones later on.
So I actually thought, I was like, first time I read this, I was like, she's not been smoking. You're like, how old is she? She can't be high. And I was like, oh, maybe he's talking about their gods, like, higher up,
tall ones.
Yeah, we're like higher up in the system one.
Yeah. Yeah. No. We also have high one elves. You're gonna meet them later.
Yeah.
Um,
I bet they haven't been smoking because they're tall, not high.
yeah, it's so true. They're tall. Something that's also very beautiful is that Joyleif teaches Cutter to choose his fights.
Yeah.
To choose when to fight Bearclaw and when to fight for what he believes in and when to let it slide and to move on to something else because the fight isn't worth it.
Yeah, and like choose when to use your words to fight, like to reason with words, and
Yeah.
when to actually be fighting and
Yeah, like
using
when
your
Bearclaw
weapons.
yells at you.
like,
Give
are you
up.
gonna shoot him or are you gonna say sorry?
Like just go away. It isn't gonna work out anyway.
Yeah. But also I wonder, like, it would be smart for Bearclaw to introduce him to the trolls.
Yeah.
But I wonder, like, spoilers, if Bearclaw would have lived longer, would he allow Cutter to follow him to the trolls?
Maybe when he got like more adult, I don't think he would have as long as Cutter is a child. Or a
But
cub.
like, say, like, I thought the elves were like kind of magic people. Like in the beginning, you saw there's some of them healing, they can
Yeah.
grow plants, and
Yeah.
some of them have special powers. They're
Yeah,
sending
they
too.
do.
So I was like, but what if someone saw the future and could tell Bear Claw, like, you're gonna die, you have to teach your cub to be a chief?
Hmm.
Do you
But he
think?
knows he's gonna die. He's a very careless man.
Yeah, but you basically like, oh, my cub is gonna be a chief, but I'm not gonna teach him anything. Like, he's gonna learn this shit himself. Like,
Yeah, that's
what
true.
logic is that?
But also, I think that Berkel thought he would have a lot more time before he had to teach Cutter how to be a chief. He thought
True.
that he would, that he would watch Cutter grow into a man, not barely a child.
Oh, but also Cutter is so happy. Like, I saw human. I saw human.
Yeah, he's a very excited
Like,
child.
He's like, oh, everyone's gonna be so proud. I saw human, and they're like,
Yeah.
shit, we're gonna lock ourselves inside. And he's like, this is not the reaction
Yeah.
I wanted.
They went like, fucking hell, what is going on? This is not okay. I don't think Cutter really understand what humans mean.
No, he haven't heard the bad stories.
No, he's just heard about the humans, the
Yeah.
five fingers, the high ones.
But also, this leads to another proud moment for Cutter, though, because his dad is like, oh, we have to go and see.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you gonna take care of the tribe while I'm gone.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can do that. I'm a proud cub.
Yeah, but at the same time, that it comes back to Joey Leaf teaching him to choose his fights. Because he obviously wanted to go with his dad.
Yeah,
But he chose to take the opportunity to protect the tribe.
yeah, but I looked at that as like he kind of wanted that too, because for him it's a big responsibility. Like, there's
He
nothing
wants
to
his-
take care of. Everyone's gonna sit there and do their thing while the man
he
is
wants
out
his dad
fighting.
to see him and be proud of him.
Yeah.
And like see him do something cool. At the same time, he probably knew that he weren't gonna be allowed to go see the humans.
Yeah. But also, this led to something. I don't know if I missed it earlier or if this is just the first time. They're like, we're going back to the old rules. Not allowed out in daylight. We are not allowed to hunt on our own. We have to live 2 or 3 together. Like, did they mention these rules before? Or is this the first time? Like,
I don't really remember. But like
I
that
know
is-
they said that let's be careful, but
yeah, but that is mostly like how the elves or Wolfriders live. They live more like in the time of the wolves, where they're up at night and sleeps during the day. And also that's the time where the humans are up, so
Yeah.
they tend to try to stay away from the hours where the humans are most active.
yeah, true.
There's a scene here where Nightfall and Redlands actually saves Bearclaw, which I think is pretty beautiful. Because they're just cubs. They're just a couple of moons or years older than Cutter. I think that Nightfall is a cub that was born 2 years after Cutter.
Yeah, but also here once again, he's changing his name, but we can hear his new name because there's like Redmark's earn the new name his chief will give him, Redlands,
Yeah.
which I don't understand. It like, what does the new name mean though?
It's a name
Redlands?
that's given to them kind of as an honor as they've done something or accomplished something.
But okay, like one eye is because he's lost his eye, so
Yeah.
it's one eye. But what does Redlands mean? Like, why the switch from Redmark to Redlands?
He
Like,
killed the saber-tooth thingy. Tiger.
oh, so maybe we're missing some wordplay with the tiger thingy.
Yeah, maybe. The tiger
Because
thingy.
I thought Redlands was a name because, you know, he has red hair and
Yeah.
he has these braids on the side.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I don't know what lance really means, but in Norwegian that could translate to kind of a rope.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like red rope because of its braids on the side. Like, that could be a cute name, right?
But also if you look at it like Norwegian word lanse,
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
No,
But
no, but that is, when to riddere,
knights.
knights, sits on a horse,
Oh
and
yeah,
they like
the sword thing.
the long thing,
The
that they,
swordy thing.
yeah, the really long thing that they
Yeah.
stick each other
Oh
with.
yeah,
That's
maybe.
a lance.
Yeah, true.
That's a lance.
Okay, we figure it out.
Yeah, so I think that has to do with that, and
Yeah,
that they
because
killed the tiger with a spear,
Yeah.
as maybe called a lance because that long thing that the
True.
knights run into each other with, that's a lance.
Yeah. Bearclaw is badly hurt.
Yeah, he is.
But I think his ego is more hurt.
Of course, he is a very strong-minded man.
But here again, we can see how Cutter got the smartness from his mom. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, Dad, you can't move." He's like, "Teach me the language of the humans."
Yeah, to keep him coped up
And
and
he's
sitting
not-
still to heal.
It's not because I want to learn. It's because I want you to sit still.
I don't want you. Wait, don't get up. He really wants his dad to stay in bed.
And the dad's like, "It's a stupid thing. Why do you want to learn it?"
Yeah,
He's a smart cub.
he is. It's a really, really smart cub.
But also Skywise knows. Oh yeah, Skywise is sitting with them to
Yeah.
learn, right?
He is.
But so, do you know, like, is Skywise living with Bearclaw and
He doesn't have any
Joyleaf?
parents.
Yeah, but like, does he look at Bearclaw and Joyleaf as his parents, or is he just like living around the village? Like,
He's living around the tribe, but he's Cutter's best friend.
okay,
Yeah, so he like stays with them.
yeah, so that's why he's
In the books
alone.
that I read as a child, there's a lot more stories
Ah.
of them growing up, and you got to know how Cutter and Skywise's relationship built, and
Mhm.
how they became the best friends that they are, and a lot of things that they've been through. They also go through how this became the Wool of the Two Moons, how the second moon came along. It is explained.
Does this world have two moons?
Yeah, it's a
When
Wool
did
of-
that? Where did they have this told us?
It's,
Like,
it says here, "Welcome to World of Two Moons."
yeah, but that I haven't read that book.
No, the book we're talking about is the number one of the DC publishment. But in here they like talk about how the second moon was born.
Yeah, but I don't think they mentioned two moons, or it flown right up above my head. So
If you see a picture up at the moon, there's always two moons in the sky, one big and one small.
oh, well, my bad.
Well, this is really cute scenario when you get to see how the sun and the moon came together and made a mini moon.
Well, of my knowledge, the moon doesn't have a reproduction system, so
Oh, that's because they do. Because the sun and the moon made a child that is now the second moon.
well, let's reroute back to the story. So, well, Cutter couldn't keep him that long though, because he's
No.
soon back gambling and drinking with the trolls.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fun that they're gambling. Like,
Yeah, but it kind of stupidly gambling.
but obviously, I understood that the trolls are making their weapons. They're kind of blacksmiths.
This was a really quick birth.
My
Joyleaf is telling Cutter and the other kids or cubs about the moon and the sun and the second moon and how it came about.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be a story for a different time. You're talking about gambling,
Gambling, yeah, right.
drinking, but like, I kind of felt like the trolls wanted Bearclaw to gamble his knife.
Yeah.
Like, they want the knife back because they're like, we made it. This is
They
ours.
don't want it back. They just want it because it's made by Two Edge, which is the best blacksmith.
Yeah, I feel they're a little bit like, we made it, it's ours. Like,
But he's not one of them. He's like a loner. He doesn't have any like tribe or
oh, okay.
anyone that he's with. He's just on his own. He also made, I think, the wolf necklace. And they do want those things back because he made it. So they want it because it's more valuable of
Okay.
items.
Mhm. And they're obviously trying to trick him because
Yeah.
they're giving him more and more to drink,
Yeah. They really, really want them.
which is a bad time to be drinking because there's a war going on.
There is. Next we will see how Brownberry and Foxfire gets ganged up on by humans.
Yes, and they're like, we have to do something about the humans, but Bearclaw is our chief, right? So
Yeah, what do we do? Where do we go? Where's Bearclaw?
yeah,
Something that I really thought about when reading this part for this podcast is that Bearclaw has some demons.
yeah. I was also think that like he has some maybe like depression or something because
Yeah.
like he's drinking that much.
Yeah, he's
He
like
doesn't seem like an
droning.
alcoholic because he can go longer periods without drinking.
Yeah, he's like drowning his demons in Dreamberry wine
Yeah,
with the trolls, like all the time.
and gambling.
And gambling. He's there all the time, gambling, drinking, and he's like losing his connection to the tribe, and they feel distant from him.
Yeah, but also in that way that when he's drinking this heavily, no one can reach him with sending either because, like, his sending is unplugged in a way. Like,
Yeah, he's
your phone
like
is
closed
uncharged.
himself off from
Yeah.
sending or from receiving.
But like, I don't think he choose to close it off. It's just
Yeah, he does.
when he's no. But I felt like when he was drinking, the Dreamberry wine made him that he was not
Fussy.
that able to send. That's how I like.
The funny
Just
thing is
reading
that
it.
I never read this like this as a child. I never realized how he was drinking and drowning everything in Dreamberry wine and gambling.
You were just like, he's out having fun with his friends.
Yeah, playing games with the trolls and looking very weird before falling over a troll.
Mhm. But Cutter is being like both stupid and brave though because
Yeah.
he's like, well, I'm just gonna talk to them because they have to listen to reasoning, right?
Yeah, he has that from his mom.
Yeah, and he was like, have someone tried to talk to them? There's like, no. He's like, let's talk to them. They're like,
Yeah.
no, because he's a demon. We don't talk to demons.
Yeah, and they tried to stone him.
Yeah, and they were also like super mean. They were like, listen to how he speak. He speaks so, I don't remember in words, but like, of course he never listened to humans, so he don't know perfectly
Yeah.
how to speak. It's like if you learn a new language,
Yeah.
if you never heard it, you just read it, you come up with the sounds in your head, and
Yeah.
you're like,
And also the shaman says, a son of the demon chief, the perfect sacrifice. They're obviously going to kill him and sacrifice him to Gotra, which I think is morbid.
but also I feel like, why are the humans that stupid that I don't understand that when they're gonna kill an elf gonna come and kill you if you
And
leave them alone.
especially when he's the cub of the chief.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
like,
gonna go over
leave them
very well.
alone and they leave you alone. If you
Yeah.
kill them, they're gonna come and kill you. They're demons after all, aren't they?
They
Like,
are. The demons come back hard.
yeah, they learned that before.
Yeah, and as he did this time when it came to save Cutter.
Yeah, but it went badly for Cutter, and Joyleaf getting so mad because she can't reach Bearclaw.
Yeah, he's far away and he's underground and he's drunk. And Joyleaf is really scared for Cutter.
But they still have the healer, right? So like they try to heal him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Rain isn't that good of a healer. Like, he is a healer, but he's not a very uh, powerful healer.
Oh, okay.
So there's limits to what he can actually do. Like, you can be a gifted elf with magical powers, but how gifted you are varies from individual to individual. And Rain isn't the most gifted healer.
But that we haven't heard if Bearclaw has any such magical powers.
Oh, he doesn't.
Like he's a good hunter, but that's not like everyone can be a good hunter.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have any powers.
It's so fun when Bearclaw comes back. He's like, everyone seems so mad at him. Like you
Yeah.
wasn't here, you didn't protect us. And he's
Well,
like,
what are you staring at? This head I've got it is less than enough. And then no one looks at him. Everybody just turns away.
mhm.
I understand it. It's like turning his head, turning his back to the tribe and his family, and like when he realized that Cutter is hurt, he's really scared.
Yes, but I feel he doesn't learn. Like
No.
this is a lesson to learn, Bearclaw. Like,
But he's not. He lives 100% by the way.
yeah,
He doesn't learn. There's nothing to be learned from a lesson.
yeah, because
Um,
he goes like straight to the humans. I'm gonna kill you, and from the anger that both Bearclaw and the human is feeling, they're like
Yeah.
growing this monster. Like,
Yeah, it's all the bad energy and mojo and everything that just collides.
and they're so blinded by their feelings too, because
Yeah.
the wolf is feeling the energy. It's like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, he's feeling the bad mojo because there's a lot of bad mojo.
But both Bearclaw and the shaman is like, oh, you're gonna die, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
take all your tribe men. And
Yeah.
but also like here, I kind of misunderstood though, because I thought when what's this
Mad Coil?
yeah, when Mad Coil is born, I thought that both of them saw it. Like I thought I read it so like they're both
Oh, you thought they saw the merging of the two creatures happen.
yes.
Yeah.
So I got so confused later when they're like keeping on living their lives as normal and
yeah. No,
not
they didn't.
fearing this
Thing.
awful creature
Yeah.
living somewhere in
No,
the
as you can
woods.
see, they like get like hit by all those swiggly lines, waves, bad mojo, and they like quivers away, each their own way, and then the snake and the saber-toothed tiger comes up on each other, and shit happens.
This was a badass merging of some animals in fantasy world though.
Yeah, it was.
Like I love
How-
this.
It's
Stuff.
how to make a monster 101.
Uh-huh. Just be super mad at your enemy and
Yeah.
it's gonna pop out of the earth.
Yeah.
Also, I imagine this being like, since there's two animals merging,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that it's like the worst nightmare of both of them. Like, say the shaman fears the snake and
Yeah.
Bearclaw fears the other thing.
So the two animals showed up there out of all this magic and bone mojo and created Madcoil.
Yes, because this is a monster that they're both gonna fear.
Yeah.
Like, they fear each other, they hate each other, but
Yeah.
their innermost scary animal is popping out and creating this mad coil creature.
Yeah, this monster.
And like that, I got so confused. Like, they're both living on with this monster. The humans are keeping blaming all the demons,
Yeah,
killing
of course,
all these
the
animals,
demons do everything that's bad.
and vice versa. Humans are killing all the
Yeah.
animals.
Something that I found here that I found really funny is that it's this scene where you for the first time see how Skywise is really a ladies' man. Any
Yes.
holt will be home as long as we've new cubs to race. Be fun at least trying a fox fur. I thought it was really funny, as I really never noticed that before. Like, there's some scenes later on when I knew he was the ladies' man, but I never really saw this scene.
Yeah, but then we keep going into the more sad part of the story, though.
Yeah, and they're like, how everything goes to hell. Literally.
Yeah, well, first, I didn't really realize that Joyleaf died because we never see it.
No, but you kind of see like the sadness and the horror. Like there's a lot of elves that dies in that first attack,
Yeah.
and it's not really shown that well. It's not supposed to be shown. You just see them be flung here and there, and you see the pure horror in the face of Bearclaw.
Yeah, and it's a mess, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, elves flying everywhere.
Yeah.
And they don't have wings. They are
No.
not that kind of elves.
No, they're not. And you see next picture, they're like in the trees, and they're yelling like Joyleaf, answer sister, Foxfur, like they're yelling for the ones that have actually died.
Yeah, and they're like sending for them. They're not only yelling, they're trying to reach them.
Yeah.
Like reach their soul.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do when they're sending, right? They're not
Yeah.
thinking to each other. They're like talking to their soul.
Yeah. And also like Bearclaw says, Joyleaf, beloved, where are you?
Yeah, and also he like later he explains to Cutter like she would have answered me now even though if she were unconscious, which
Yeah.
says like he knows she's dead because if even she was just knocked unconscious and couldn't answer her herself, he could reach her soul. Like
her soul would still answer as long as she was alive.
And this is waking up the wolf in Bearclaw.
Yeah, and I think it's actually really beautiful that Cutter gets to go along on the journey to find Mad Coil with Bearclaw. That it doesn't just like leave him behind.
Also, I think it's just because Bearclaw is so mad. He's like, I don't care about anything anymore. Like, he would say yes to anything. He's like...
Yeah, and he's also very sad.
Can I have ice cream for dinner? Yeah, go ahead. I'm depressed. Your mother just died. Do whatever you want kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's also like he kind of wants to take his son on his last adventure with his dad, as he like says goodbye to Cutter when he goes off to face off with Mad Coil.
That's true.
Yeah, because he leaves Cutter behind and like kind of says goodbye to him and took him on his last. Yeah.
Mhm. But it's so sad too, though, when they go into his cave and they find her bones and her skull.
Yeah, and other bones and skulls from the other elves as well.
Yeah. I didn't know this before. Malco can send?
Yeah, he can.
Oh my god.
He sends like bad aura. Like there's no words. It's just like this mean, evil, bad thing that comes out.
Oh my god.
It's like evil sending.
But kind of like what they do with the wolves then, because they don't really talk with the wolves. Like they just feel their feelings.
Yeah,
right?
but also like this is like evil sending.
Yeah. Because he's made from evil, made from hatred,
made from chaos.
All the stupidity of a war.
Yeah. And it's pretty, like... The fact that Bearclaw faces up against this big lizard demon thing alone... He knew this was suicide. He knew he wasn't going to survive this.
But also, I think he knew that he's the best hunter, so no one else can, like, if I can kill him, no one else can kill him.
But
so
at the same time,
I
like,
have to try.
A team is better than one person.
Yeah, but even though he's super selfish, he don't
Yeah.
want anyone, like, any more of the tribe to die. Like, they already
true.
lost so many.
Yeah. I think it's really beautiful, like, at the end of the fight, like where he like sees Joyleaf before him and like caresses her cheek and like almost he's making himself ready to leave this world to go to his life mate.
Yeah, but that also shows that they believe in something more than just the high ones too. Like
Yeah,
he's like, I'm gonna go to you now. I'm gonna be with you now.
yeah, he believes that their souls is gonna reconnect
Yeah.
after death.
And also, like Cutter is so strong though. Like
Yeah,
he's just seen his father die. He
and his
sent his
mom.
father's body. Like he's basically burying his father on the wolf. Like he's putting it on the
Yeah,
wolf.
but that's
and the
how they
wolf
do
is
it.
just like riding
Yeah,
away
they like
with
give
his
him.
body.
Yeah,
It's like
and then he goes
never-
back to the tribe, and his name Chief, and he's a little cub, and he's supposed to lead this tribe.
yeah, but he goes off and finishes off his father's work though. Like
Yeah,
but
but
they do it together. But
they did
it's
do
mostly
it together.
it's mostly him though. He
Yeah.
does.
It's his plan and everything. That's why like he has the best of Joyleaf and Bearclaw, where if they had just worked a little bit more together and made a better plan, they could have done it without all the deaths.
But that's also how they live, right? Like
Yeah.
you said, that's the way they live
Yeah,
here and now. They don't dwell on the future, the past, or
yeah.
anything.
They live very in the moment and of whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. They don't dwell on it.
Yeah.
So in these last couple of pages, we get to see like the cruelty of the humans again, where they have captured Redlands and is basically torturing him and about to kill him at their magical stone.
Yeah. But also really powerful, like at the end, like we will be there always.
Yeah,
Like always together. And it
Yeah.
feels like they're gonna always be there supporting Cotter, and Cotter kind of feels it.
yeah. And in this page, you kind of see like where we are starting with Fire and Flight, where the shaman has set the forest on fire, and Strongbow is aiming his arrow at the shaman, shooting him. And you see-
Cotter, help me!
yeah. And you see Cutter just running on his wolf.
That's the most stupid thing. Like arrow just shot straight to your heart, and you're like yelling to a
God.
spirit.
Yeah.
Like help
Totally
me.
gonna help. Totally gonna help. Of course.
It's the most powerful thing, duh.
Yeah. It is.
Well, I'm super excited to start on Fire and Flight. Fire and Flight now, though. Like
Yeah.
the main story. Listen
Yeah,
to
like
everything.
where the story actually begins.
Or like Cutter's story.
Yeah, Cutter's story, his hero's journey. We're good to see how his life evolves from
Yeah,
what
and
happened.
I hope though that we can get more of a continuous story, not like
It is.
400 years and something later.
Yeah, no, the rest of the story is a lot more continuous, and the time doesn't go by nearly as fast.
Yeah.
You get a lot more description of day by day what happens.
Yeah. Well, I'm hooked though. Like
Yeah.
being a 20-something-year-old reading a comic, I never been so excited to read a
And
comic
you
before.
never read a comic before.
Well, I've read some as a kid, like all kids do.
Yeah, but like not like a comic.
No,
No. It's pretty exciting.
it is.
In the next episode, we're going to talk about Fire and Flight and Ride at Sorrow's End. Go recognize the troll.